Welcome. It's the Lady Outlaws today. We're going to be talking about home remedies and we're going to be talking about mental health right now. It's just me and Lunatic Mom. But Froggy will be joining us as soon as she gets home. Um, so, Mom, what are some of the home remedies that you used to use? Because you had 8 kids. You can't tell me that you didn't use them.
No, I did, and especially when like time now that it's like a cold. It's not necessarily like a flu, but it's just a cold, like
Right.
general cold, like a sore throat or some little coughing or something. Because when you have sinuses and everything else, all the dripping and everything else, so then you start coughing. I would make my own syrup from onion.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
And you cut up onion, like, slice very thin, and you layer it with sugar. Like you put onion, sugar, and then you tightly cover it and you put it in like that it's exposed to a light,
Mm.
because then it creates like a syrup, like, the way you buy your cough syrup at the store.
Crap.
And then you just have to, when all the sugar kind of melts and everything else, yeah, the onion still, but nobody's going to eat the onion, but just the syrup.
I heard it.
So that's what I did.
He's got to have somebody, guys.
Okay, now it's
There
all
it
of
is.
you three.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Sorry I'm late.
It's okay, it's okay.
Now, did you learn that trick back from the old country, or was that something you learned, here?
No, from home.
Mm.
That's how when I grew up, we never went to the doctor when we had a cold. Never.
Really? Oh my god.
My great aunt, she always rubbed on our bottom of our feet before we went to sleep garlic,
Garlic? Wow.
and then put your socks on and go to sleep. Or, like, slice a onion and then, wrap it like the, foil or whatever, like the ceramic thing, and then just put your socks on. So by the time in the morning when you wake up, that soaks it up all. It drains out the, stuff that it's help you with your system.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And or sometimes when I do have a very bad cold, and especially like in my chest, like, like they call it the bronchitis in here or whatever, because I don't go to the doctor for that.
Right. Right.
I do buy like a clear alcohol, that it has to be like the 99% clear alcohol. And what I do is like sprinkle it on a hand towel or something, and I put it on my chest overnight, and that draws out my cold.
Ah. Okay.
No, I don't drink it because that's bad. But it's like you just put it on your chest, and then you like wrap yourself up with a hand towel, and then you put your pajamas on or whatever. So then it by the morning the towel is completely dry and you feel better.
Yeah. Well, that onion and sugar that you were telling me about from
Hmm.
the old country, they have something here where they say put garlic and honey in a mason jar and let it sit for like 4 weeks, and then it becomes like a syrup, like you were saying.
Right.
And I thought I'm gonna try that.
No, that definitely does help. And I also, like, my sister always makes it that she cuts up garlic and onion, and she layers it with honey. Like, she lets it soak it in. So that's what she makes that with.
Wow. Okay.
So yes, and that's what I'm saying. Like we grew up with a lot of things that we would do home remedies, but some of the things I just know that they were made at home, but I am never, like, we never learned actually like a recipe. Nobody ever wrote recipes. We just learned as we watched.
Right. Well, that's what happened when I lost my insurance. I had to find a way to bring down my sugar and my high blood pressure. And
Right, right.
I didn't know that, like, the different spices and stuff. I mean, research yourself, guys. I'm telling you, the chia seeds that I've been taking for almost 2 months. They help me actually sleep, which
Right.
amazed about. And in like I said, the different spices, there's so many health benefits to all this stuff. And
There is so many things. Like even if you would think about it, I actually didn't know that it would help to bring the temperature down, like when you're sick, when you like really get high temperature, but that's only for adults, not for children. But I was actually working one time, and I was really sick and I couldn't afford call enough because you have kids, you have to go to work, and I had a very high temperature. It was like 105, and I barely could breathe. And one of the ladies that they were maids at the hotel that I worked, because I was a front desk clerk,
mhm.
and she was Polish lady, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, why are you here?" I'm like, "Well, what do you want me to do? I have to work. I cannot afford call enough, and I just have to make it till 5 o'clock." And she's like, "You're not gonna make it if you know." So she came in, and again, like a clear alcohol that is like that it's not 100%, because that one is too strong, or whatever percentage was. I'm not sure exactly, because like I said, she did make it, and she put black pepper in it and a shot of and then she put the alcohol and she mixed the whole thing, mixed it, and she brought it to me and she said, "You have to just chug it down, the whole shot. You just have to drink it automatically." I'm like, "I don't drink alcohol." "No, this is not alcohol. This is medicine to help you to bring the temperature down so you can make it to the end of the day."
Right.
And she gave me a glass of water and she made me to drink this shot of alcohol with the pepper in it, and I drank that thing. Within 2 hours, my temperature was gone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Clarify, Mom. What kind of alcohol you're talking about? Like the stuff that makes you get drunk, not the rubbing alcohol.
No, no, but the regular alcohol, like when people drink, makes them drink mixed drinks or straight alcohol. I don't know how people drink because I don't drink alcohol. One time they sent me to buy a beer when they had a party in here, and they like, "Oh, just get a beer with this yellow tag or something." I came back. "Oh, that's not what we wanted." "Well, then why'd you send the person to a store to get alcohol when I don't know what I'm talking about?"
Exactly. They could have rode with. Roy
Yeah.
makes hot toddy when he's sick,
Yeah.
or when anybody in the house is sick.
Yeah.
It's alcohol, which brandy or whiskey, either one works. Um, Brown sugar,
Okay.
onions, honey, and lemon, brought to a boil, and you slam it down. Like literally, you plug your nose and take a shot of it because.
Yeah.
But
But it
then
helps.
you get in bed, and by the next day you're
You're good.
100%.
Yes.
My
That's
grandma puts onions, used to put onions on the bottom of her feet every time she was sick because it
Yes,
would
that's
pull
what
up
we grew
blood.
up with. That's what we grew up with because we were never sick. 'Cause see, I grew up in the mountains in Poland, so like right now, I actually was just looking because I'm like on the Facebook. I have a group that I'm following that they are still from there, and they already had a first snow in there.
Oh my
So
God. Oh.
yeah, so we grew up like we have a snow like in the mountains, like from end of September, like beginning of October till like May. So it's always cold.
Oh wow.
So yeah, we couldn't go, and we don't have doctors on the hand like here because
Yeah.
we have to travel to a nearest town or whatever, like city. We have to travel. We do have a doctor that it's like servicing, like let's say a couple villages around.
Mhm.
But then you have to get to the office, or if the doctor's able to get to you, then they would even make a house calls. So
Mhm.
people had to figure out how to do all that by themselves.
Yep.
Um, I did read last night and today, and this is like old school stuff. Um, Cayenne peppers, like if you got sore muscles or whatever, cayenne peppers will help relieve the pain. You just rub them on
Yes.
because what it will do is it will get it really, really hot, and
Uh-huh.
then it will be like get numb and you won't really feel that pain. So I mean, if you're out and about and the only thing you can come across is cayenne peppers because you're old school and don't want to take medication like me,
Definitely.
cayenne peppers will help. Also, ginger. If you cut the ginger
Yes.
and rub it on you, it will help relieve pain, but it
Yeah.
also helps relieve inflammation,
Right.
which
Yes.
fibromyalgia has a lot of inflammation.
Yeah, that's what I know about. Yeah.
So you just take like ginger pills and they help with the inflammation.
Uh-huh.
That's what I mean. Everybody needs to do their own research to find out what's good for you. Because I bought the powdered cayenne pepper and I tried to use that, right. Then it gave me like migraine headaches. So I realized, okay, you're allergic to that. You can't take that. So
Yeah, because sometimes, it gets to your like a nerve, to your nerve system and to your body. But if
Yep.
you learn how much you can use it, like, you modify it so where you can use what it works for you, it would still work. It's just it might not work like, with that much like some other person can do.
like I used to sprinkle it on like my macaroni and cheese
Yes,
to try
like
to
just a little.
enhance the flavor and stuff. And
Hmm.
I wouldn't use a lot of it because I'd always have the sprinkling on top, and it would give me migraine headaches. So I
Right. Yes.
okay, I'm
Yes.
done with that. I'm not using that. I'll
No, definitely. A
Try
lot of it
paprika.
sometimes.
Try
pepper.
paprika on
Okay,
your mac and cheese
okay.
to add flavors. Um, Another thing for migraines, seeing so she brings it up, and my family suffers from it horribly. Um, if you take and put your head in between your knees and put a warm cloth here or a cool cloth here and your feet in warm water, like you're sitting in the bathtub and you got your feet in warm water and you put a cool cloth on the back of your neck, it will help relieve
The pressure and stuff.
the pressure and stuff. But not to get really perverted on this series, I will tell you that having a orgasm will relieve a migraine because it makes the blood flow and
Endorphin.
it sends out endorphins that cause it so your body system thinks that you're in a happier place. And when it does that, your headaches do manage to go away.
Right. There.
Unless it's a migraine, then you might as well just haul your booty butt to the hospital or take a
Right, when it's
shot.
extremely like that, yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, I also would always try when I had like a very bad headache before my surgery. They said to boil coffee, like coffee grounds, and actually like boil it, and then you put it in like bowl or something, and then cover it with your towel and just breathe in the coffee ground, so then it's like helps like because the same way like people drink coffee to relieve their headaches or pressure or whatever, like to start their day, whatever. So that's a to just breathe in, like they said that if you don't drink coffee, to breathe in, and it helps, and it also helps to clear all your sinuses, and then the pressure, it's like kind of relieves all that.
Yeah.
Oh, I will definitely have to do that because I get sinus headaches all the time because I
Yes,
only
because it's
have,
right stuffed up in here.
yeah, most people have like two of the cavities, air
uh
cavities right here. I
yeah.
only have one.
Yeah, so try that because they even say like even sometimes if you don't like even like a coffee or anything. I don't know if you guys ever try Vicks, like to put
Yeah.
Vicks in the hot water, like to the so do that too. But sometimes that thing is too strong because like that's a very minty and everything else. So that can also hurt instead of help. But you have to adjust it to yourself what works for you, you know?
I know if you have an earache and you have like cotton balls,
Uh-huh.
heat Vicks up, and you can do it over like a spoonful of Vicks. Take your lighter and heat it up.
Right.
and then rub the cotton ball on it and throw it in your ear. It will help relieve that pain in your ear.
Oh, really?
You know
Hmm.
what I do actually, like when my kids start complaining that, oh, I think I'm getting sick because, like, you feel it always in your ears, like, and your sinuses and everything else. Well, that I came up here with this by myself. I have never asked nobody, but I tried it on myself and it actually helped me. I put Vicks on the Q-tips and I put it in my ear on both sides and I go to sleep with that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because that's like a Vaseline and actually
Yep.
loosens up the wax in your ears, and
Oh,
then it helps to, like, the ease, because like they tell you, even like if you have any joint pain too. I actually read about it somewhere in the other day on a thing, to rub it on your knees or on your ankles, Vicks,
okay.
and then you put your socks on and everything else. It relieves, like, because I've seen it at the store, like the Biofreeze or something.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, Vicks is the same thing because that's the
It,
same process.
it's the menthylate in it that helps with it. But if you
Right,
have somebody like me who's allergic to menthylate, it's
right.
really
Yes, it's
sucky.
hard. Yes, it is hard for
I
that.
have to
That's
go
why.
with the ginger root because I'm allergic to
To the
menthylate.
yes, which is, that's what I'm saying. Like, you always have to research it first on your own self. Like, what are
Very
you allergic to? What are you able to do, and everything else, because you cannot do everything what somebody else can do.
right. Yeah.
Like, for example, I cannot have any medicine with codeine because I get seizures. I cannot get no medicine.
Right.
And then I'm allergic to penicillin. I cannot get that. So I have to research on my own and try things that works with me besides all that,
Yeah.
because I
What,
cannot take any medicine.
which makes sense because I know a lot of people that can't take medication due to allergies, and a lot of
Right.
it is because it's pharmaceutical. But now, if you go back into the old days,
All days and research it.
yeah,
Yes.
ginseng. I know not a lot of people grow ginseng, but
I think
ginseng
you can buy it
helps.
at the store.
You
They make
can.
they have ginseng tea and all
Right.
that stuff.
But if you grow the ginseng yourself, you're putting less chemicals because you
Right.
don't know what they put in all the
Uh-huh.
tea leaves and
Yes.
everything like that. So if you like get the ginseng and you learn how to
Grow it.
grow it and use it, ginseng is like a cure. Um, there was another one that there's like a bunch of different like roots that you can use, dandelion roots
Oh
that
yeah.
helps
I heard
detox
about that
your
too.
body system. And the milk out of the dandelions, if you I mean if you milk enough of them you can get it but enough, but if you like have really bad dandruff,
Hmm.
take the milk and leave it on your hair like a mask and then wash it out and it will help moisturize your hair.
Yep.
Yeah.
With all the stuff that we're talking about, the medical industry, the doctors, the pharmacies, and all, they won't tell you this.
No.
Like when I was taking my chia seeds, I went to my doctor. Oh, how'd you do all that? How'd you lose all that weight? And I'm like, I'm taking chia seeds. He goes, oh, really? So am I. I'm thinking, hey, bitch, why didn't you tell me about it?
Right.
You know?
No, that's why it's like when like I said, like when I was trying to ask about it, that, to help me with my digestive system and everything else. No, they won't tell you. They send me to dietitians and everything else. And I'm like, okay, what are they going to tell me? Oh, don't eat this, don't eat that. Well, I don't eat nothing because I can't.
Chia
Oh,
seeds are good in high omega 3s. So that like people don't like fish or whatever, and you want to get away without eating fish, go to that.
Yeah.
Because
I'm actually going to pick up chia seeds. You're going to have to tell me how you do it.
oh,
Um,
I mean,
but
you can research it. You're good at research. You love
I
research.
am. I do. It's horrible. Um, One thing that I will tell you, if you know of a good medicine man around,
Right.
go to them because um I know all these doctors are pushing medications,
Hmm.
but uh there's um certain things that will help lower your blood pressure. Um I can't remember off the top of my head what they are, but
Turmeric, ginger,
turmeric,
cinnamon.
ginger, uh,
There's
aloe vera,
yeah.
Yes.
natural aloe vera.
Natural health. Yes.
Now I don't
Cause
want to sound gross, but like underneath my boobs and underneath my stomach, I always had a rash, right?
it's
Well,
because that's where yeast builds up. All
and
fat people get it.
yeah, I had Chris go get. I heard online that aloe vera is good for that, so I had him get me some lotion. I put that shit on me, and I haven't had that rash since. And I'm like, damn, I wish I knew this like 4 years ago.
Yeah, literally, those rashes are literally because there's so much moisture
Right.
and it don't have an escape because if you're
Like,
on the fluffier side like I am, or like
yeah,
you are,
yep.
or like 90% of the women in this world,
Yes. Yes. Definitely.
um, I should correct that. It's about 75% of the world. Uh, the yeast builds up there and then it causes a bacterial infection, and that's where
Right.
the aloe vera comes in. But if you take a spoonful of aloe vera and swallow it,
Mhm.
nasty as fuck. Because,
I put it in water. My doctor told me, like, I was talking to him about the human, right? And he's like, they use that over in India, but they put it in milk. That's how they make their lattes or something over there.
yep,
And I'm like, ooh, wow, okay.
Yeah, my sister, when she actually found out about her ovarian cancer after the surgery and everything else, she
Hmm.
actually was, I'm not sure exactly where she found it, but she actually did found the aloe vera drink that she was ordering online, and she was drinking that. And that's how she actually kind of like, I would say, heal better and everything else. And they were testing her blood work and everything else. And they were constantly asking her, what is she doing that it's actually her blood work was very good, like, after the whole thing that happened to her.
aloe vera is one of the best plants. You could
Right.
use it on your birds. You could use it on, like Abraxa said, you could use it on your hair for
Mhm.
a hair mask once a month. I mean, you
Yes,
will have to scrub your head because it will feel
it was.
oily.
Yes, but if you do it properly, then you will help yourself in the long run.
Your hair will look fucking mwah.
Yes.
Yep.
Dry skin, aloe vera.
Uh-huh.
Um,
And that's what pisses
there's
me off.
like a lot of different things you can use aloe vera on.
That's what
And
pisses me off. The doctors don't tell you this shit.
No, they don't, because they want you to buy all the crap that it only
Right.
helps for a minute, and then it hurts you in the long run with something else, and then you have to go back there. Yep, for
yep,
all the money.
Yep.
yep.
Like when we were growing up, when, like I said, we were kids and we were going to the forest and everything else, exploring, because we grew up on a farm, and we were always scraped up and everything else. So yeah, when we were little kids, my aunt was growing her own aloe vera at home, and she just cut the little leaf and put it on our scars and wrapped it up, and it was good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Um,
But but I was telling my doctor all the stuff I was taking now, and he's like, he looked at me like he was really surprised. He's like, not a lot of people know that. And I'm like, why don't you tell him? He's like, well, we're not supposed to tell them about this.
Right.
But
Yeah, they also have to
exactly.
go by their like standards, what they allowed and not allowed to tell, or how to treat it and everything else. Because my doctor just recently, she's like, oh, there is a new medicine for your migraines, for your headaches. And the Nurtec. I forgot. I don't know if you guys
Yeah.
seen it that they advertised it on TV.
Yeah.
And she prescribed me that, and she's like, "Well, you just take one a day, like every other day, because it's too strong. So it's like one every other day or as needed."
Right.
And the pharmacy, like the insurance, denied it because they like, "Oh, how did all of a sudden that she prescribed me this when you have to go step by step to lead on to that prescription?" I'm
Yeah.
like, "You got to be kidding me."
Oh yeah.
Right.
And that's one thing that insurances hold over your head.
Oh
Life
yes, they do.
saving medicine. Oh, your insurance won't cover it. You're
Yeah.
gonna
Uh-huh.
have to pay for it.
Oh yes,
To lose this weight, I was taking Ozempic, right? Well, then I lost my insurance. I can't pay over $100 for that shot,
definitely.
you know?
Yeah,
And that's why I started looking into all this. And there's so many other health benefits to those freaking pea seeds. It's not even funny. Your stomach, your heart, your
yes.
liver, your intestine.
Uh-huh.
Thing.
Everything is related to all these medicines. Yeah, they prescribe it and it helps you with that one specific thing, but it hurts other five that you have to go back and now like, oh, now what do I do?
Exactly.
It's just crazy. It's crazy. I had to tell my pharmacy to cancel my inhaler because my doctor prescribed it for my asthma, and they like, oh, insurance is covered it, and then you have to cover $287. I'm like, I cannot afford that. I'm
Right.
just gonna live what I live with, and I'm gonna adjust myself how am I able to breathe and what I can do and how much I can do or go outside if I'm not able to.
Right.
And then the my husband's insurance, they called like a wellness check. They called and they were asking like, oh, we recently noticed that how is your asthma and this and that. Well, my asthma is the same way because I cannot afford my medicine because my insurance deny it because they know better how I feel and how people should, how much they should pay and everything else. So then after that, I went back to my doctor and I told him, I said, you have to look what is compatible with my insurance, and I'm willing to pay $50 after the insurance covers it, but I am not going to pay more because I cannot afford it.
Right.
So then finally he did find something that was compatible, and all of a sudden they approved it.
Right. Um,
So
there's even spice out there that will help with anxiety and stuff. My daughter-in-law suffers from anxiety really, really bad. Well, I found out, and I called her and I told her, I said, "No, rosemary will help you with your anxiety. Take a freaking shit ton of that."
yeah.
Um,
'Cause
for
she,
people who have osteoporosis,
Hmm.
I would definitely advise you to take chia seeds
right,
because it has calcium, phosphorus, and magnesium, which are all to help the bone density.
yep,
Which is, we
And
need that really bad. Yeah,
if you're pre-diabetic or have diabetes, it reduces your blood sugar levels.
yep,
definitely it helps with that. Yes.
yep. I mean, I don't know. I used to be on the Cinepro, right? And I haven't taken that in over a month or so. You
Oh,
know,
that's good.
so I mean, it works. Just do your research, find out what works for you. You know,
Definitely, because like I said, some people tolerate different things different ways. But
exactly.
if you research it and modify it a little bit or this or that and try to compare, what would be the kind of same effect, but what would it be able to help you, then it's really definitely worth it of a research.
Now, like I take my let's see, turmeric, rosemary, ginger, cumin. I drink that. I use like a half a teaspoon of each one of them at
Hmm.
night in water. Now
Right.
it tastes nasty, but you know what? Me losing this weight, I'm like, you know what? I don't give crap if it tastes like freaking dirt. I'm still gonna drink it.
No, definitely, whatever works. And also they always say that it's good to drink lemon water, like to make your at home, not buying it like these lemon waters at the store because they add on all kind of bullshit in it.
Yep, yep,
Because I tried it and it was like the sugar was like really bad and it was really hurting my stomach. So I usually buy the lemons and I just cut it and put it in my water, put it in the fridge, and that's how I drink the water.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't believe like avocados. It's good for like
Oh
your
yes.
your brain, you know.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, oh my god, I didn't even realize how healthy fruit was, that kind of stuff was for you. I just figured, it's so expensive and it's just healthy and that's all it is. I
Yeah, it is. But then sometimes you have to look at it. How much do you spend for your medicine, even if you have insurance or whatever? And how much do you spend? And then you kind of calculate, okay, if I spend maybe $10, $20 more, but it's helpful to me instead of I'm done within 30 days with this medicine. I got to go back to my doctor and tell him, oh, give me more.
or like you said, you take one thing to help something, and then
Yes.
you find more things that are wrong with you.
Uh huh.
Hey, Mom, can you
Yes,
eat mushrooms?
I do.
Okay, the reason I'm asking is because the Shatik,
Shocking.
Shitt,
It's
or
shocking.
Shiitake
Yeah,
mushrooms,
Chicago or Chicago.
yeah, they help with boosting your immune system,
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
but they help fight breast cancer.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, there's a lot of like me and Amy were looking up like these different like little wildflowers, and she goes, "There's a lot of them on the Blue Ridge and stuff. We can one day we can just go pick a bunch of them, and make your own." And I'm like, "Damn, that's gonna help a lot." I think it had cancer properties in it that would help with your cancer and stuff. I'm scared to death that it's gonna come back one day. Doctor told me it probably wasn't there, so
No, don't think that way because, the only thing that I actually kind of like learned that if you kind of overthinking it,
mhm,
you are weakening your immune system, which is your all your nerves and all your senses, and then it's have more tendency anything else attaching to yourself, to your body.
all right.
So one thing can go wrong with another. So they usually say that,
Well,
you
it's
know, that
positive.
not to overwhelm yourself, that way.
So it's like positive thinking,
Yes,
not
yes.
the negative crap.
So,
Uh-huh.
anybody that is suffering from low blood pressure, pomegranate juice daily is great for you.
Oh
I'm,
yes, I heard about that too.
I'm telling you, Mom, she is my research queen. She loves.
Definitely, I I love
After
it.
a meal, it is an anti-acid. So if you like chew on a basil leaf,
Yep.
it's an anti-acid, but it also helps your body absorb food. Um, but I know it does help with tooth pain too if you chew
Yep.
on fucking basil leaves.
Yep.
Right,
Clover reduces acidity problems. Garlic swallowed with water, taken on an empty stomach in the morning, may help. Helps. It's helpful in solving many stomach and gastric problems. Which, if
right,
you're a
Yep.
woman like me who has IBS, that'd be great to know.
right.
Um,
Yep.
Headache. One thing that works with headache is watermelon juice.
Yep.
Yeah, I do like watermelon a lot, and that's the only thing. Like I said, I do eat watermelon, cantaloupe, and because, like I said, I can't eat food. Sometimes I do make myself soup that I'm able to tolerate. So it's just a lot of things that I had to learn over these years that I'm able to eat that I can live.
Right. Right. But I mean, every time we have a question, just ask Tanya. Tanya loves to do
Right.
freaking research.
So if you take 6 dates and boil them in half a liter of milk for 25 minutes over low heat
Uh huh.
and drink 3 cups a day, it will help with dry cough.
Oh, well, that's helpful. I didn't know that one.
I didn't either. That's interesting. Very interesting.
Sometimes like
Two, two teaspoons of honey with the equal quantity of ginger. So two teaspoons of honey, 2 teaspoons of ginger. Uh, provides relief from the common cold, coughs, and sore throat, and it expirates mucus, so you're not as mucusy.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Oh, that's a good to know.
Yeah, there's a lot of like with honey, anything with honey. Like I used to make Cody drink like hot tea with lemon and honey.
Yeah, I
That
usually do that too. I still do it like since I was a kid because it kind of helps. Like I do feel better that it's not like sometimes I feel like it's like scratchy, not necessarily my throat, but it's like all the way to my chest. Like I feel like it's scratchy. But when I do drink the lemon tea with honey,
uh-huh.
then then I feel better. Like it seems like it's like eases up. Like that it's not as dry or whatever it is doing.
Now, when it comes to lemon, I didn't know this, okay? Because I remember Madison saying that she used to eat lemons whole when she was a little kid. If you research how good lemons are, the lemon peel, the seed, the pulp, everything,
Mm-hmm.
you'll see how good it is for you. And I'm like, I never even knew, but
Yeah, lemons are really, really good for everything.
If you have blackheads,
Cucumbers are very good. Like they say, like if you have like a low energy or like you feel like sluggish and like you tired and everything else, they said to cut up like if you like cucumbers, like to cut up on little pieces and like just eat it like a snack. And then you feel better because they do provide like water and all the vitamins in that it
yep.
have it. So it helps you to boost your like immune system and then you feel better, like you don't feel sluggish like that.
But if you're like me and you sit there and munch on things, you won't eat because you consider it a meal.
Right.
A simple remedy for anemia or iron deficiency, and I know there's a couple of people out there that have it. Pound 3 to 4 soft dates with milk and add a little jahi in it.
mhm,
Eating this mixture will help to prevent anemia.
right.
Okay, well that's a good thing because I have low iron. I have the low iron deficiency, and I used to had to take these pills, and they were disgusting. But I said no, I can research it with what I can have iron because like they say usually to eat red meat, but I don't eat meat because I like stomach don't digest heavy food. But also eggs are good with that to lower your like to help with the iron.
If I'm
Hey
not,
mom, you know how to make like tomato paste, right?
Uh
Like
huh.
homemade tomato paste with
Mm-hmm.
the uh
regular,
graham flour and the turmeric powder and lemon juice.
Yeah.
If you make it into like a thick paste and you apply it gently around your eyes, um leave it there for about 20 minutes, you can get rid of the dark circles under your eyes.
Oh, I
really.
didn't know that.
Yep. And I
Oh,
suffer bad from it, especially if I'm tired. I look like a raccoon.
yeah, I didn't know that. So now I have to try that.
Yeah, there's like with those shizzies, Tanya. I'm not mistaken that there's iron in them too, because they're like what it smells like when you open the bag. It smells like a bunch of like leafy vegetables, like
Right.
broccoli and all that. You could smell it. So I'm assuming that it's a full iron and stuff.
Yeah, I sent that to Lunatic Dad so that way you can go ahead and get it off of his Twitter and you have the recipe right there.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. And I also know that spinach it helps a lot with the iron to eat
Yeah,
spinach. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, a drop of garlic juice into your ear helps relieve the pain of an ear infection.
Oh, I know that one too.
See, when I
And
was
then,
a kid, my aunt she learned from her mom that blowing cigarette smoke into your ear helps with an earache.
yeah,
Well,
we
she
did that shit all the time.
she tried it with me, and I couldn't tell any difference. You know,
Well, sometimes because like I feel like if it is just the beginning, but if you already wait that it's really, really invested, like then that's when probably it doesn't help like the quick thing. But if you start feeling, like a earache, like, sometimes you wake up and say, oh, my ear hurts or something, like it's this beginning stages. So maybe that would help quicker.
Right. Yeah. It just depends on the stage of how bad.
Right. How bad it's invested already.
Um, Now, when I was working in a nursing home, I was volunteering in a nursing home, and this lady's telling me, she goes, "My knees hurt. I need some WD 40."
Actually, no, that shit actually fucking works. I am fucking telling you,
I
that
know.
shit works. You
I
take
came
WD
home and
40
I
spray
told
it on
her,
your knee.
like,
And
what?
when
Well,
you put it on,
after me and Chris got married, I told him about it. He's like, "Are you serious?" And he researched it. And he's like, "Yeah, that works." I
oh, I thought it was just like a
thought it was a
myth, like
joke.
people were just making fun of, like, you put W.
That's what I thought.
No, it actually fucking works. That's
That's
mind
crazy.
blowing. You
Yeah.
just like spray it on your knees, rub it in a little bit, and you're good to go, and it relieves the pain.
Right.
Well, I have to try that. Oh my gosh, sometimes I feel like I'm gonna fall on the ground because, like, when I sit or something, then when I get up, my knees really bad.
Right.
So
They
I
lock
have
on
to
you, and
try
you're
it.
like
Yeah.
sitting there. Yeah, I'm in line for knee replacement surgery because I have osteoporosis in my knees.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
So osteoporosis, uh arthritis, and bone spurs in my knees. We're doing
oh,
great.
Crazy.
that's a lot.
Not
Oh,
my
that's
fun.
not good.
So, like, hey, there's days I'm calling Roy because I'm going to sit in a hot tub to relax, help the pain.
Yeah,
I
Right.
go to get out to the tub and I'm calling Roy to get me out of that tub
Right.
yeah,
because my knees
that's
will lock up. Like, okay,
right.
you relax now. We're gonna lock up on you and we're
Yeah,
gonna
right.
make you fall.
Which is that's what my husband too. Like, oh, why don't you go and sit in a hot tub? It's nice and relaxing and hot, and like all the jets are going on. I said, okay, so I go, and then I'm like, nah, I cannot get up. Nah, I'm not gonna get out of there. So how? What am I gonna do here?
That's when you have a very strong man or very strong side rails.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's why I always like try to tell myself, get away from me, so I can hold myself to it, so I can do one leg at a time above it, so I don't fall. Because
I
that's
don't
crazy.
know if Illinois is the same as Texas, but I know that like down here, because Roy and I are not legally married or family, he can take care of me. He can cook, clean, do all that shit, help me in and out of the bath. He can go on my hour-long walks to make sure I don't fall on my face.
Right.
Um, but if that was the case, you could have like, I don't know, one of your children or daughter-in-laws do it
You get paid for it or something
and
along.
get paid for it.
Oh, so that it's like I would have to report it that they helping me because I
Yeah.
need help, so then they would
Yep.
be able to
Yeah.
get paid through it. Oh, okay. Well,
Yep.
I
Or
I
like if
haven't researched it. I don't know exactly
or
what
like
this is.
if you want, like Roy goes to the doctor with me because he can verify, no, like this is what she eats
Right.
every fucking day.
Yeah. No,
Um
I understand because, like, I actually I've heard one time overheard at the store, like one of the ladies were like, because she was in the cart, like, the little scooter thing at the
yeah.
store. And then the lady, I guess they know each other, and she was like, "Oh, what's going on? What happened? You're not able to walk? Why don't you tell me? I can help." She's like, "No, if I just have to do shopping, so I have to do this and that." And then I overheard her saying that, "Oh, why don't you call? Like, are you on disability or something? Why don't you call and tell them that you need someone to help you to take care of you, and they would pay even if it's your family member." So I'm not
Yep.
sure exactly what that is about.
Right.
Yeah, it's um oh,
I don't know.
where is my paperwork? I have a bunch of paperwork on it, so
Yeah, I'm sure that it's like some
It
kind of like a
is
home health or
Birthday
something.
care or
home
something.
health or community attendance service.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's what
Yeah,
they
so
call it
I
down here, but up there it could be.
yeah, I have to look into it, trying to figure out what it is.
Right.
Because that's why like my doctor always tell me too. He's like, "Oh, why don't you go for a walk? Why don't you do this?" I said, "Well, because I'm scared if I'm gonna fall on my face, who's gonna pick my ass up? I
That's
cannot do that."
that's another thing, Mom. I've learned to exercise by hanging under the wall. Tanya calls me a wall stripper, but I'm not really a wall.
Hey, you know what? I'm becoming that wall stripper, except for now I'm using the wall to do like push ups,
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
get my upper arm strengths.
Oh,
right.
And
okay.
I can't get down on the ground,
Right,
but I
because I can
can
get
get
up.
up. But I can go on the wall and do it like this, where I'm
Oh,
like
okay.
doing the push up on the wall, like I would on
Oh,
the floor.
oh, okay. I have to
And
try
then
that.
as you get more upper arm strength, you can lower your body, but never get down on the floor. I mean, my bed's the perfect for like the lowest with somebody
Right,
with.
right.
Also, if you have really bad legs like I do, um,
Yep.
if you suck in your lower abs to the
Yeah.
point where it's like tight, like it
Uh-huh.
hurts tight, and you just rock back and forth, like back and forth,
Mm-hmm.
and
I
it's working them ab muscles because you're stretching them out while you're holding them tight and then stretching them in,
Right.
you know, and it causes your muscles to feel like they are working out. Another good way to work out without working out is put a TENS unit on your abs, and it
Mhm.
will make your muscles flex, which works your muscles
right.
without working your muscles. And that's what they do with a lot of people that are in a coma, is they put a TENS unit on their muscles to help stimulate them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, we got the treadmill because, like I said, like I told my doctor, I said I cannot walk outside, and I'm not going to hold my family that they cannot go to work because they wanted to help me and everything else. But because of my asthma again, so it's like I cannot walk because of my legs, my knees, and then I can breathe. So I told him, I said, I can only walk 10 minutes on like a treadmill, and before I start, I can breathe. So it's really
I
hard
know
for
you guys have a pool in your backyard.
me.
We have all seen dad throw shit in your
Oh,
pool.
yes.
So, swimming for 30 minutes a day is like running for 2 hours.
Oh,
And you know how you were saying you can't walk very good. Let me tell you, just walking around in your pool, Mom, that would help too because that's how they taught me to learn to walk. Was
oh.
like because with the water, it's like a I don't know a
So it's
stabilizer.
not that heavy. Like it doesn't feel that heavy,
It
Right,
probably.
doesn't feel that heavy, but you're actually to push that water so you can
You have
move
to
forward.
walk.
It's
Yeah.
a lot denser. Now, if you do hold your stomach muscles well, like stand up tight. I mean, stand up
Hmm.
tight
I
Yeah.
and hold those stomach muscles while you're in that pool. It will help develop a lot of stomach muscles. And I noticed one thing all three of us do:
Yeah.
slouch forward,
Oh, yes.
slouch like this.
Uh-huh.
If you were to just sit like this for 20 minutes,
Well, because my back hurts.
yeah, exactly, your back hurts.
it's
But part of the reason your back hurts is because we slouch for so long.
it's
Like,
because of
So
the
every once in
well, because
a
all
while,
this in the front right here is heavy too. So if I sit like that and it hurts, and I'm like,
you know
okay, so
what? You know what? You have an automatic boob holder that will hold up your boobs while you are sitting like that for 20 minutes. I guarantee he will sit there for 20 minutes and hold your boobs up, okay?
oh my God.
That way you don't have you have no pressure. They're
Right,
held
right,
up. It's like those pregnant women where the husbands come and they lift the baby up,
right, right.
the
That they help
stomach
them.
up,
Yeah.
so it takes a lot of that pressure off that back. We
Oh
just
yeah.
need our men to come up every and just hold our boobs for 20 minutes.
If they wouldn't have their brain in a gutter, then yeah, then it would work.
I'm sure they would apply too. They love movies, so
Because
anytime they get their hair
imagine
right,
that.
they're like, "Oh, hell yeah, I'll do it."
That's it. And for 5 minutes, because then they tired.
And they're
Hey, 5 minutes of that back relief.
Oh yeah, that would definitely would be helpful.
like,
My fiance's mom, before she got breast cancer and she was on the heavier side. She
Hmm.
says since she lost at least 40 pounds in her chest, it's a lot easier for her to, like,
No,
breathe and
definitely.
hold herself to posture and everything because she ain't got that extra 40.
Wait,
And
yeah.
let me tell you, the bigger the boobs, the more they weigh.
Oh, believe
So,
me, I know that. And that's why sometimes I'm like, because like I really like, I know I'm heavier a little bit than I was when I was younger, but I know that I'm not that heavy as people would think. But then this, accordingly to these doctors' laws, whatever shit that they think that you are overweight, they like, oh, why don't you lose weight? Well, maybe if I
I,
can get reduction of this, maybe I
yeah,
would
let
lose
me get
40
a
pounds,
breast
you know?
reduction so I can
Yeah,
lose at least 20 pounds on each side.
exactly. So then you're not gonna tell me that I'm overweight because then this is not in here, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. Get down to like a B cup
Right. That would be
for
nice.
us bigger chested women, where we're in like triple D's
Oh
and
yeah, that's
double D's,
really,
triple
yeah,
D's,
that's heavy.
E's, F's, G's, the whole,
Uh-huh.
the whole line
The whole
goes down,
mm,
the whole alphabet
yeah,
to lose that weight.
that would be really helpful. That would really be
right,
helpful.
right,
Yeah.
Exactly. And all these doctors are like, oh, well, you weigh this much money, this much. Okay, hold up. Wait a second. My body system weighs that much.
Yeah.
At least 70 pounds of that is off of my tits alone.
Yeah. That's why I always say too. I'm like, okay, if they would take this off, like off the weight, like calculating, then I'm not that heavy because I still can do things for myself and it's not really that hard for me or anything.
mm,
But they're like, oh yeah, because you weigh that much and you are too short and you should only weigh this. Who are you to tell me what I'm supposed to do?
Exactly. At the end of the day, every body system is different. Now, if I get to below 150 pounds, I look sick.
right,
Right.
I did let myself go, and a lot of the reason I let myself go was because of depression. Because they're telling me to go work. They're telling me to go, stop eating so much. And at that point in time, I wasn't eating a lot, but I was drinking a hell of a lot of soda.
Right.
I was eating maybe one time a day if I fucking was lucky. There was days I was bypassing it where I wasn't
Right.
even eating that day.
remember,
So for somebody to be like, "Oh, stop eating all of this,"
Right.
all of your food. Well, since I've switched to water, I've noticed I've actually got my appetite back.
Oh, there you go. That's good.
But I've also lost a lot of weight because I maintained my calories to under 2,000,
Hmm.
which with my weight size and my body height and all of that, the deficit would, my calorie intake should be under 2,000 because my body naturally burns about 2,000.
Right. Right. No, I understand all of that. And I tried to tell these doctors, and I told them, I said, okay, so when you're going to figure out how to help me, what I can eat, that I would be able to at least eat 3 meals a day instead of one in 3 days, then maybe I can figure out how to lose this weight.
Well,
right.
that's like me, Mom. I have a lot of fucking food allergies. I'm allergic to almost all seafood, almost all fish.
Can you take it?
Poultry. I can't eat chicken or turkey or duck or fowl or
Oh
anything
my
along those
goodness.
lines.
That's
I
not
can't
good.
eat none of that. I have. Three choices. I have deer meat,
Oh my goodness.
hamburger meat, and pork. Those are my three choices of what I can eat.
But see, she can eat eggs.
I can eat eggs, so in the morning I'll make myself eggs. In the afternoon, I'll cut up potatoes into little chunks, throw some Italian seasoning on them, garlic seasoning, onion powder, make them yummy. Throw the bitches in the oven, and there's my lunch.
Yep.
And at supper time, it's normally like a hamburger, but tonight it will be squash. I'll eat squash. So most of my meals today will be a veggie. Yeah,
Right.
they'll be veggies.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And
saying.
then
It's like
like
it's
I'll
really
eat
hard to eat all this stuff when you have allergies and all that, and you can eat.
I eat it the same shit every day. Does it get annoying? Yes. Would I love to go fucking down a pizza? Yes. But gluten is one of the worst foods
Worst
you
thing,
can eat.
yes. Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah.
is.
And I have a feeling I have a allergic reaction to gluten because every now I did the study on myself, so other people did not have to tell me. When we first moved down here, I stopped eating gluten. I also stopped drinking soda. I ate gluten, but I did not drink soda. And for 3 days, I was in my bed in pain and agony. It hurt to walk
Yeah,
from eating
definitely.
gluten.
Yeah, definitely. I heard about it because my niece actually she told me she's like, "Have you tried eating gluten-free food?" And I'm like, "Well, I really don't pay attention to all that because like I cannot eat like a solid food that it was sitting in my stomach because like when it don't digest properly, it takes 3 days for me to digest what I ate. So I usually try to eat like everything soft, like a soup or something. I don't know.
So again, shit, what did I say was good for your digestive system?
I know the chia seeds are.
Chia seeds are really good for your digestive system. I'll look it up and I'll send it to Dad.
Okay,
It should help digest the food that's in your body system.
right.
I was the same way where like I would eat and then like it would take forever to digest.
Hmm.
Um,
Do you
I know
remember
you. I know
your
you can't go exercise a lot like me. That's why I told you like up against the wall
I'm gonna try that
or
actually on a
on
bed,
a
like
mattress that
when
you can,
put the, like a push-ups on it.
yeah, you can do push-ups on it, but like if you go way back and then just pull yourself forward and then push
Okay.
yourself back, um, so it's like you're kind of doing like a sit-up
Uh-huh.
on your bed.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
So
I
you're
can try that.
stretching out and then you're crunching in and then
Crunching
you're
it.
stretching
Yeah.
out, but you're like on all fours.
Okay.
And that will help get your body system going to help
Right. To
digest some of
digest
that
it.
because
Yes.
a lot of it is your stomach muscles.
It is. It is. And that's when they said that my muscles that they kind of got paralysis because like they don't move to do that. And then on top of it, I don't have a gallbladder. I don't, like I said, I just
I
don't
don't
have a
have a
lot of stuff.
gallbladder either. Mine was
So
taken out.
Well,
I don't even have the women parts. I had that removed too.
after the doctor told me any movement you can do is gonna help you.
Yeah.
When I first started out, like holding on to the wall, I would just sway back and forth, trying to get up the stamina. Now I'm doing like one-handed squats on the wall. You know,
right.
um,
Another thing that I want to I know we're talking about home remedies, but you kind of do need a doctor's diagnosis with this one. Um, if your hormone levels are low, if they're too low, your body system cannot digest food because your hormones help with digestion.
mhm.
Oh. Well, I
and
try
just
to talk to these
thyroid.
doctors. Yeah, I have the fibromyalgia. I have all kind of crap in my body. I don't even remember
Honey,
what else.
I am a fucking spitting image of you, okay? I
Yeah,
have fibromyalgia. I've had my gallbladder out. I have knee problems. I have
yeah,
back problems. And I have big ass boobs. I
yeah.
am a fucking spitting image. I could be your spitting daughter, okay? I am a spitting image of you. And I'm telling you, this shit helps me.
Well, I have to, like I said, I try to, like research and everything. And sometimes I do get discouraged because it's like I always think about my family first. So I do make meals because, like,
But
even the doctor
how
asked
can
me,
you
like,
think of your family if you don't think of yourself because you
well, because
can't?
I have to do for them first.
Because
No, 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 no. Wait a second.
without you,
Wait,
your family couldn't survive.
wait a second. You have to think of your family first, but at the end of the day, you have to think of yourself first to be there for your kids.
Yeah,
Right.
I know. And I try to kind of, because my daughter tells me that all the time. She's like, how you going to help everybody when you don't help yourself? I'm like, I know. What can I do? It's not like, like
So,
when you train your brain and it's like always doing, doing, doing,
and,
doing, you kind of miss it about
and
yourself.
you have to train your brain to think of yourself. Take an hour for yourself every day.
Yeah,
Um,
I will find out what will help you like digest the food properly, some good old home remedies.
right.
I will tell you, if you want to make gluten-free pizza, take potatoes,
Mm-hmm.
boil them, mash them up, put them in the oven for like until they're nice and golden brown, lightly golden brown,
Mm-hmm.
so they're hard. Take them out, throw some pizza sauce on there, whatever cheese you want, vegan cheese, whatever cheese your body
Mm-hmm.
can digest, and whatever meat your body can digest. If you don't want
Okay.
meat, don't throw meat on it. If you want to throw veggies on there, throw veggies on there. Throw
Right.
it back in the oven until the cheese is golden brown, and you will have a potato pizza, which is gluten free.
Oh,
yep.
I have to try that then.
I
Um,
actually learned about that on TikTok.
Oh, my goodness.
Mom, I'm in a wheelchair. So it's hard for me. It's always been hard for me to exercise, right? And that's
Right.
why now I'm hanging on the wall and stuff. But like, if you're just sitting in a chair and you're doing like leg lifts, I guess that helps your abdominals too. You know, just by
Oh,
doing little leg lifts.
right, right.
Like,
Look up look up on YouTube um easy uh exercises in a chair.
yep,
Oh, okay.
A lot of them they'll have you like lift your hands up and
And
then
put it,
bend down and then lift your hands up. You're going to think, God, this is so stupid. Why am I doing this?
right. But it
But
works,
do it for 30 days and then add a weight in there for 30 days and then
right.
add a little extra weight in for 30 days.
And it's actually because, like, when we do this stuff and everything else, I don't think that we think about it, that it does help the muscles in your body.
and then like
Yeah.
I got these little weights from Walmart. They have like 1 pound weights, 2 pound weights, 5 pound weights, whatever. And
Okay.
I just work my arms, because the more upper body strength you have, it will help
Right.
you actually
Yes.
lose weight.
Yeah, no, definitely. Because, like, you are stronger in your upper body, then you don't push too much on your bottom.
I wonder if I have it somewhere around here.
Like Tanya said, when you're in bed, you could do what's a reverse crunch. It's just like lifting your legs up and your feet are like at, I
Oh
don't
no,
know.
that if you have back issues, that's a pain in the
That's hard.
ass.
Yeah, that's hard. I tried that one
I'm
time.
gonna show you and nobody fucking laugh at me, okay? You get on your bed like this, you put your body out like this, and the whole time you're just crunching the muscles back and forth.
Oh, okay. I can do that.
Right.
That's not that bad.
Yep.
No, and
And
it's not hard on your knees either.
right.
Right, because it's
Like
like
I
it's
do
like
it for a half an hour every morning when I wake up.
oh,
Yep.
that's not bad. I can try that definitely.
Well, see,
I love my bed.
I was watching It's My 600 Pound Life, and how they're like just laying there in bed talking, and I'm like, they could be, even if it's just moving your arms up and down a little bit, that would,
Right,
any little bit movement's gonna help,
What
right,
I do,
right.
I
you
sit there
like,
and I kick my damn feet like this.
right,
I do that all fucking night long, and it's gotten to the point I do it in my sleep, so my feet can't recover because I sit there, I kick my feet like
Yeah,
I'm swimming. I'm kicking my feet,
right.
and I couldn't figure out why my legs were so sore. It's because I'm doing that. Yeah, they're sore, but that means I'm working my muscles.
right,
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 right.
right.
Definitely, definitely.
And I'm like, well, because I'm watching that show and they're saying there's nothing that's gonna help me, and I'm thinking, just move a little bit.
A lot of that, once again, that falls into a mental health situation
Right,
and a food addiction, which once again is mental health.
Oh,
right,
Everybody
definitely.
that says I'm fat because I, I like food. Yeah, we all like food, but at the end of the day, we have to decide whether we like food or we like living.
right,
Exactly. Yeah,
right.
definitely. It's like a choice of yourself. Like, which one do you like more?
Well, since you brought up mental health, do you want to cover that this time, or do you want to wait and cover that next time,
We'll
or
wait and cover that next time because I think this
Yeah.
home remedy and also working on, we kind of are, we're talking about mental health, but we're kind of not, because getting yourself to love yourself enough to work on
To do
yourself
something about it.
is,
Yes. That is all
it's up
mental
here.
too. Yes, it is. So it's actually kind of everything is connected because you have to have a strength, your mental strength first to push yourself to do something different or for yourself instead of just giving up. So
well,
everything is
Exactly.
kind of together.
like Chris always goes to the store and buys me candy bars. He brought me one candy bar one day, and I broke down and crying in tears. And I'm like, Chris, I'm trying this. I need your help to do this. The chia seeds I'm taking have wiped out all the, pretty much all the sweets that I want. But when he brought me that, I just broke down. I'm like, Crystal, I need to do this for myself. It's,
Right.
and
You
I need
know,
support. You know,
sometimes it's just like if you wanted to do it like little by little, and even if you do have like a favorite snack, sometimes it's okay to have little, but then say no, now I'm gonna wait this and this time because I wanted to work on it so I don't get fall back into the bad habits.
well, now he's supporting me, and he waits until I say, "Okay, honey, I'm craving this or whatever." Like
Right.
I'm on my period, I always crave chocolate, always crave ice
Dark
cream,
chocolate.
or whatever. And I'm like, I
If
need
if you're craving chocolate, get dark chocolate
dark chocolate is best, yeah.
Yeah, dark chocolate is
or white
better, they
chocolate.
said, because they said that in a dark chocolate there's like this enzymes that actually
Yeah,
do help.
right, right.
It
So,
helps with your stomach.
Yep,
mm-hmm,
yep.
Mom, do you drink coffee?
I do.
Do you drink espresso?
No, that's
Nah.
just like it's like I I think maybe because I feel like my stomach is too messed up that it's like when I do drink coffee like the espresso that it's kind of a little bit stronger than an actual like the other
Yeah.
coffee. So then I feel like my stomach is hurting me because of the like stuff that it's in it.
Yeah.
Like
The
black.
reason that I say that is because coffee is a natural digestive, and it gets your digestive
Movement.
system moving.
Yeah.
So And I know every time I go to like Scooters or whatever, and I get me a nice blender, and I always get the peanut butter blenders,
Hmm.
peanut butter banana blenders.
I'm allergic to peanuts.
Well, they have other ones.
No, I know they do, but that's what I'm saying. Like I'm always kind of like always limited what I have to think about or what I can have and not and everything else.
Yeah,
But
but
it's like
even if you made it at home, you made a
yeah,
strawberry, banana,
right.
kiwi,
Yes, that kind of
uh,
stuff I do make.
and add like a shot of fucking coffee into it, a nice smoothie with a shot of coffee, you're gonna think, ew. But actually, it tastes really good. You don't taste the coffee, and it all helps with your digestive system.
Oh, okay.
Now, see, Tanya told us, black coffee. Black coffee is good to help lose the weight too.
Yep.
Um, and what was it with bacon? You said,
A bacon is a diuretic zero. So if you're on a diabetes diet, right?
yeah.
Bacon does not have enough carbohydrates in it to be a one.
How I think that's why Cody
You
ate all.
can eat 36 pieces of bacon in one sitting and barely hit a one.
I think that's why Cody ate all that bacon.
Probably. But bacon is a zero. Yes, it's high in cholesterol, but
Right.
it makes a great
Are we
snack.
almost done already?
Cook you up some
Right.
bacon and like section it out so you have like basically a bacon jerky and you just chew on it.
Right.
If
Right.
if you're not hungry, force yourself to eat because it's gonna force yourself to digest that food.
Right. Which is that's what I'm trying to do sometimes, but I really do forget that I should eat and everything. So it's like that's what my problem is.
Do you have one of these?
Yeah, I do.
Chris wants to talk.
Okay, ladies, do you guys want to keep going or do you want to end it?
We can continue it another time, Chris, too.
Yeah, we can get another topic for another time so then we can have a little we kind of covered it really nice, I think, this time.
Yeah.
Well, I was just curious because you guys did go over the hour that you guys like to stop at.
Really?
But
Well, because you guys were supposed to paying attention to us.
Women, they like to
like
talk.
I said, if you guys want to keep going, you're more than welcome to. I don't know what time your people are going to show up to the house for the games.
Yeah, actually, they already blasted the TV in here. That I'm not like I don't know if you guys can hear it, but they like already.
I can't.
Yeah,
I can't hear it. It's just football.
yeah, they're just so loud in here now. So,
Set a timer on your phone 3 times a day to eat.
well, sometimes I do set
I
it up.
don't care if it's just
I just
crackers.
forget what is it for.
No, you set up like
Just-
when you schedule it.
I'll let you know.
To
Like,
put like for lunch or breakfast. Or, okay, I have to do that.
Chew
Guys,
your food.
just go ahead and let me know when you're ready to end.
Okay, well, you can end right now. I don't
You
know
can
how to
end
do
it.
this. Yeah, you can end it.
Hey, Froggy, any final words?
love you. I love you,
Love
Mike.
you
Thank
guys
you for
too.
coming.
And thank you for that
Um,
nice conversation. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I liked it too. We had a good one.
Thank you.
Love you
I
guys.
will see you next Sunday for help.
Yep, that's it.
Yep.
But yeah,
And have a wonderful Sunday.
I
Me
just
too.
wanted to come in to find out if you guys are ready to end or whatnot.
Well, you said somebody was supposed to monitoring that and you didn't. So, hey,
The
I was,
only thing they monitored was when I said that they need to hold your boobs up for 20 minutes.
and I said I'm free and open to hold any female's boobs. Otherwise,
Love
I'm
and
going
light,
to go
guys.
ahead and end this forum.
okay.
Thank you guys for coming in. You guys are all awesome, and I probably shouldn't be talking, but
Do
I
your
am.
research, guys. Just do your research.
Yeah, everybody should research it and to their own needs. That's what it works.
Love and light.
And have a wonderful Sunday.
I love